Hello dear students, I am Dr. Sanjay Pagar, Associate Professor, Department of Geography. Dear student, I welcome all of you in this online lecture series on behalf of Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samajas, Charity Arts, BH Commerce and AM Science, popularly known as KTHM College, Nasik. Dear student, today in this S.Y.B.Sc class, semester 3rd, Geography paper 1st, that is Environmental Geography part 1st. Dear student, today we have a lecture number 27 of this subject, and in this lecture we are going to discuss chapter number 3rd, that is environmental problem. In this chapter today we have a subtopic air pollution. This topic we are going to cover in two parts. Today we are going to discuss the first part, air pollution part 1st. Dear student, in previous lecture we have discussed detail about effects of the water pollution and what are the measures of the water pollution. Today in this lecture we are going to discuss definition of the air pollution and the causes or the sources of the air pollution. Dear student, you know that the atmosphere contains various gases. It includes nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, helium and so many gases. The atmosphere is the layer of the gases around the earth, here earth planet. The air pollution is the type of environmental pollution that affect the air quality. Dear student, the air pollution is one of the major problems in this day. Almost each and every country become the victim of this environmental pollution, and one thing is very important. The intensity of the air pollution we observe more in advanced country as compared to less developed country or the underdeveloped countries. Dear student, first let us discuss the definition of the air pollution. The first definition of the air pollution is the release of pollutants such as gases, particles, biological molecules, etc. into the air that is harmful to the human health and the atmosphere. In this definition, two things are very important. First is the pollutants that are released in the atmosphere, and they are responsible for the air pollution. The second thing, when the air becomes polluted, that time this air is harmful to the human health and the environment also. So in this definition, these two things are very important. Let us discuss second definition. The air pollution is atmospheric condition in which certain substances are present in concentration which cause undesirable effect on the man and the environment. Dear student, here substances. The substances include gases, the particulate matter and the radioactive substances that are responsible for the air pollution. And here in this definition also, second thing is very important. When air become polluted, that time there is an undesirable effect we observe on human being and the environment also. Let us discuss third definition. As compared to first two definition, third definition is very simple. Air pollution refer to any physical, chemical or the biological change in the air. It means in the air quality. Due to the adding or the mixing of the various pollutants in the air become polluted, and that time it's what we have the first is it's a physical, chemical and biological characteristic. That characteristic change when air become a polluted. So this process is known as air pollution. So let us discuss what are the sources of the air pollution. Of course, the first very important source of air pollution is industrialization. Air pollution mainly caused from different gas emanated from the various industry like a thermal power station, automobile, metallic industry, cement industry and so many industry. When we use the coal or the any other fossil fuel as a energy source in that factory, in this industry, that time during that process, the various type of the pollutants are increased in the atmosphere and they are responsible for the air pollution. Especially nitrogen oxide, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide are the key pollutants that are emanated from the industry and that use the coal as their primary energy source for the production of their goods. And therefore, through their chimneys of the industry, these pollutants are released on a large scale in the atmosphere, and they are responsible for the air pollution. Manufacturing, chemical and textile industry release a large number of carbon monoxide, hydrocarbon, chemicals and other organic components which lead to air pollution. So in this way, the industrialization is the main cause or the main source of the air pollution. Let us discuss second source of the air pollution, that is transportation. Yes, transportation is also very important. The various form of transportation like airplanes, ships, trucks, railway and other forms of the use fossil fuel. When we use the fossil fuels for the various purpose, especially for the transportation purpose, we use this fossil fuel in various vehicles. It may be two-wheeler, four-wheeler, three-wheeler, or maybe the other part of the transportation. That time, when we use this fossil fuel, that time carbon monoxide is released through their vehicles, and that when this carbon monoxide or the other pollutant mix in the atmosphere, mix in the air, that time it's lead to the air pollution. After the use and their complete or incomplete consumption release the pollutant in the air. It may be I just mentioned few of them. The vehicle pollution is the major contributor to air, the pollutant, especially in the urban cities. Yes, the numbers of this vehicle we observe on a large scale in each and every metropolitan city or the major urban center. Not only in India, but you will find each and every advanced country have these numbers of the vehicle on a large amount. So therefore, when we use these vehicles, that time it is responsible to add various pollutants, especially carbon monoxide in the atmosphere, and that lead the air pollution. Then we have the third important sector, or you can say the source of the air pollution is burning of fossil fuel. Most of the air pollution take place due to the burning of the fossil fuel, such as coal, oil, gasoline. Here I would like to mention especially diesel, petrol, to produce the energy for electricity. And when we produce the electricity by using this all fossil fuel, that time on a large scale the various pollutant, carbon monoxide is in the atmosphere, and it is responsible for the air pollution. The release of the carbon monoxide in a high level indicate how much fossil fuel is burned. So therefore, this is the very important measure to it indicate the how much the air pollution we observe in that particular area. The country such as China, America, Canada, and so many countries are there. Here we observe the burning of the fossil fuel is too much for the production of the electricity, and even in India also it is too much, and therefore the burning of the fossil fuels is responsible or lead to the air pollution. Dear student, the next one is that agriculture activity. You know that in agriculture activity also, directly or indirectly we use the fossil fuel, or indirectly when we use the, especially I am talking about the when as a part of the modern agriculture, when we use the pesticide and fertilizer for the increase the productivity of the land, or the increase the production of the agriculture product, that time when we use the pesticide and fertilizer, that time some part of that is mixed in the atmospheric air, and that time that air become polluted. Nowadays you know that the pesticide and fertilizer are mixed with the new invasive species which are not found in nature, but for quick growth of the crop and vegetation we use this fertilizer, this pesticide, and when we use this pesticide, that time some part of that I just mentioned that it may be the pesticide or the fertilizer that add in the atmosphere, and that responsible for the air pollution. So once they are sprayed, or the smell and the effect of the pesticide are left in the air. Especially I'm talking about the country where the use of these pesticide and fertilizer is too much. In that country we observe the agriculture activity is a major factor that lead to the air pollution. And one thing is also important, for the agriculture purpose, for the various purpose we use agriculture machinery, and that machinery, for that machinery we use fossil fuel, and when we use the fossil fuel to run this machinery, that time they responsible for the air pollution by adding the oxide, and especially I'm talking about the carbon dioxide that add in the atmosphere on a large scale. So therefore, indirectly or indirectly, the use of agricultural machinery is also responsible for the air pollution. Then we have a next important source of the air pollution is the use of chemical and synthetic products. Household product cause indoor air pollution, which is 10 times more harmful than outdoor air pollution. Dear student, see what is statement. Yes, the household product cause indoor air pollution, which is 10 times more harmful than the outdoor air pollution. So therefore, it is very important. Then, dear student, the organic component found in the paint, cleaner, and the personal care product, which products such as perfume and the other products are the cause the air pollution. Therefore, this is very important things. The common activity are cleaning, heating, painting, decorating, and the main contributor of the air pollution. When we use all these things inside the home, that time this activity are responsible for the air pollution inside the door. The use of coal and the wood for the cooking purpose is main cause of indoor air pollution. Dear student, you know that in India also, in the rural part of the India, still for the fuel purpose, for the cooking purpose, the coal and the wood is a major source of the fuel. When we burn this source for the cooking purpose, that time and a large amount smoke and the carbon dioxide is mixed in the atmosphere, and that lead the air pollution. Therefore, this is also important source of the air pollution. Then we have next important source of the air pollution is a natural source, that is volcano. The volcanic activity is also responsible for the air pollution. During the volcanic eruption, harmful gases erupted and mixed into the atmosphere. These pollutants, especially sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, or the various other pollutant, the poisonous gases mix in the atmosphere. And when through this volcanic eruption, these poisonous gases mix in the air, that time air become polluted. And one thing is also important, the one that is volcanic ash maybe travel hundreds of the kilometers with the winds. And it means what? When we have this place of the volcano, and when if this volcanic activities is happen, the volcanic eruption is happen, that time what will happen? When this volcanic ash is spread in the atmosphere, and due to the blowing winds, that ash is carried out all part of that surrounding region, and that region also we observe the air pollution. Therefore, directly or indirectly, this activity is responsible for the air pollution, not only very close to that particular location of the volcano, but near about the 100 kilometer the area that cover the air pollution around that volcanic activity place. Then we have the forest fire. The forest fire is also another natural process that we observe that lead the air pollution. Due to the forest fire, ash and the carbon dioxide, or you can say the carbon monoxide, get mixed up into the air and pollute it. Especially during the summer season, when the temperature increase, that time this is a very common phenomenon we observe in the various part of the world. It may be the Australia, even the India also, we observe this type of the event repeatedly happen in the summer season. And yes, when the forest fire are taken place, that time it responsible to pollute the air through the various it may be the ash, it may be the carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide that we observe that release through this process, through this event. Therefore, this is also another important factor that responsible that lead the air pollution. Then we have the other few causes or the sources. Later discuss shortly or in short what are the other causes or the sources that are responsible for the air pollution. The first is the use of generator. Yes, when we use the generator for electricity purpose, that time we use the diesel or the petrol. And when we use this fossil fuel for the generator purpose, that time it also release the carbon monoxide and other pollutants that are responsible for the air pollution. Then we have the waste burning. Yes, this is also a very common process we observe in the, especially in the city area, in urban area. When we burn the waste, that is solid waste, that time again smoke, carbon monoxide released in the atmosphere, and yes, that responsible for the air pollution. So this is also important sector that we observe. Next one, that yes, construction activity. Yes, student, this is a very important activity that contribute the air pollution directly or indirectly, that responsible for the air pollution. When we start the construction of any building or many project, any bridge or anything, when the construction activity takes place, that time we use the various activity. It may be the particle of the soil particle, the particle of the rock, or the particle of the stone, or the particle of the brick, particle of the cement. The various particles, they mix in the air and they lead to the air pollution. Next one, also the very important activity, that is the radioactivity dust that released from the atomic test or atomic test. The atomic test means what? When we conduct the atomic test, that time on a large scale radioactive dust is released in the atmosphere, especially in the advanced country. Such tests are carried out time to time, and during this test, this harmful radioactive dust is mixed in the atmosphere, and that are responsible for the air pollution. Therefore, this is also very important activity. All this activity, I just mentioned that it may be the use of generator, the waste burning, construction activity, atomic test. All this activity, when we conducted, we carried out, that time harmful matter released in the atmosphere, mix in the atmosphere, and they responsible for the air pollution. Dear student, this was about today's lecture. In this lecture, we discuss about the what is air pollution, definition of the air pollution, and what are the sources or the reason of the air pollution. Dear student, in next lecture, we are going to discuss detail about the what are the effects of the air pollution and how we can control by using various measures the air pollution. So, okay, thank you.